Make sure you don't get the episode number wrong.
Yeah, like I did last week. Lord almighty. Alrighty, welcome on in, guys, to episode 21 of When Worlds Collide. We have a very special guest with us today, Jahn Matteo. Did I say that all right?
Close enough, yeah.
All right, John. Awesome, man. Well, would you like to give us a little description of what you do for the Akron Esports?
So, as of right now, I am their executive producer for the esports broadcasting. So, any of the esports streams that we do, so Overwatch, Valorant, CSGO, COD, Rocket League. Our Rocket League team is really kind of nasty. One of the kids is pro on it. And then I also cast Rocket League. So, I shoutcast the Rocket League matches.
Awesome, man. So,
hell yeah.
Chat, we're going to have some questions lined up for John today. But before we hop right into the interview, we want to do a full round of truth or drinks. So we'll go first, John. We'll pick up the caboose with you. We'll try to embarrass ourselves to make you feel a little bit more welcome here.
And Smalls, let's not forget how we start these things.
Dude, how could I forget?
Yeah. Oh my God, you're right.
I forget, man. I got the jitters, man. All right, and Chad, you know how we start these things with a little bit of a, ooh, baby.
Little drinks.
A little crack McGee.
Cheers, boys.
Yo, so we should also say before getting started, John is under the age of 21 and not participating in the alcohol consumption.
I have an Arnold Palmer, non-alcoholic. I got some Fuse iced tea.
There you go. So Akron, if you're watching this, he's not in trouble. He's also not getting paid, Akron. I don't know what the rules are about that, but we couldn't afford to pay him. So this is a volunteer basis.
Wait, I'm not getting paid?
We'll talk later.
We'll get in contact with advisors.
We'll pay you in gum.
Love
As long
stride
as it's
gum.
spearmint.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh God.
Alrighty, are we starting the round over then? Smalls, you going first?
Yeah, let's run it back. I'll start first again.
Alrighty. What is or would be the worst thing about having me as a travel companion?
I just don't think you ever shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
So I think that
No, that's fair.
I would just be trying to like vibe, you know, watch some like Akron Rocket League on my phone, and
God.
friend would just be in my ear the whole time, dude.
Trying to butter him up already.
Dude,
I'm all here for it.
my family did my family of 6, I should add, did a drive down to Key West that was 30 hours in the car.
Oh my god.
Could you imagine doing that drive with me?
Dude, I needed some like Zofran or Xanax or something, just knock me out.
Right.
Oh, I'd have so much fun though.
What we got
Alrighty,
for
Fish.
Fishy?
Describe 3 ways. Why are these? Can I read? I'm gonna attack Smalls on this one. Describe 3 ways to improve Smalls' physical appearance and general attractiveness.
Oh God.
That's a brutal question.
I
Any
know,
ways
that's
to
why I wasn't
improve
gonna
his
take it.
physical looks? Is
Yep.
that what the question is? All right. One, Carl can get rid of that double chin he's got.
Oh, okay. All right.
2, let's find out. Clean up those gross feet that he has too.
Okay, that's such a fair one. I do got some beat ass hobbit feet.
And then number 3, what should we do? Trying to look.
He's really like I'm trying to observe me right now.
I don't know. Carl's just, I mean, other than those 2 I listed, he's a pretty perfect specimen.
Oh, thanks, Fishy.
Oh, wow.
Breaks me down to build me back up.
That's not funny. Insult his appearance more.
Maybe get a nose job. You got a little crooked downness on your nose.
I mean, I did break it.
Yeah, you did.
Did you?
Yeah, man.
Damn.
I thought we were talking about this on the one podcast. We were playing that game you can't politically say anymore. Smear the whatever you want to
Oh,
insert.
That's right.
And I broke my
Damn.
nose. It was like in a right angle.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that explains a lot.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, all of our chat is repulsed by your
By my
hobbit
feet.
that you were describing.
Yeah. I'll send you guys a picture in the Discord afterwards.
I thought that was only allowed on OnlyFans.
The OnlyFans.
Is that how I'm getting paid feet pics?
Yeah.
No way.
Feet pics and gum.
Those are worth something though.
Maybe like chewed gum like around my nasty feet. There you go. We'll combine the two. Friend, what do you got for your truth or drink, my friend?
Am I too picky, too petty, or too selfish? I'm probably all the above. I'm definitely petty. Um, Picky and selfish. I don't. Nah, I wouldn't say I'm selfish. I'm probably picky though, but that's a good thing. You should be picky, for sure.
Like, you can't be that picky if he's hanging out with you and I, Fish.
Yeah, right.
Already.
One time I went to this winery. It was like a Greek winery thing, and the guy there was from Greece, and he had this like thick accent. He's like, "You got to be picky about your women and your wine." And that stuck with me.
That sounds like some good advice.
Yeah. Since then, I only drink $4 and above. Nothing out of a box.
That's a good
Oh, I'm
sandwich.
gonna be smashing some box wine on Sunday. We're doing a Friendsgiving.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All about
Happy
it.
hangovers.
Yeah, happy hangovers for sure. All right, and John's
All
up.
right.
What we got?
John, what problem do you think we are successfully hiding from everyone, but is actually completely obvious?
Am I hiding or are you hiding?
Us, the Win Worlds Collide crew.
Alcoholism.
Bingo.
Ah, damn it, dude. He saw right through us.
There,
That didn't
there
take
was
very
a
long.
correct answer.
Dude, he was
Yeah.
quick with it.
Yeah,
There was a correct answer to that question, and that was it.
right on.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
gonna say. I think I nailed that one.
Oh, yeah, you
Yeah.
definitely did. As I take a swig of my Truly, too.
Yeah, mid drink. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Alrighty. Well, John, we're gonna hop into the kind of interview portion of this. So to start things off, man, we were just curious as to what your favorite game / console was growing up, and if that had any contribution into you starting to cast.
So I actually started pretty much on PC. My older brother, huge PC gamer, so I started off playing like RuneScape, World of Warcraft, stuff like that, and then I got slowly into games on Steam like CS:GO, TF2, Minecraft obviously thrown in there like everybody, but I really
Oh,
never
yeah.
grew up around consoles, and I don't think that ever really impacted me moving to Rocket League because I mean that's on everything. It's literally on your Switch now, and it's on mobile.
Right.
You still go mostly PC?
Oh yeah, 100%. It's
Yeah.
like the only thing that I have ever really owned. I've never owned a console besides like that Nintendo handhelds. Like I definitely had a Game Boy and DS, played the Pokemon games, but that's about it for those.
Pokemon might have been mine. That or like Mario Kart on GameCube.
Yeah, I did have a GameCube. Well, it wasn't mine, but it was my other brother's, and I never liked playing with him because he would always dumpster on me, and that's no fun.
Oh my god, I literally had the same experience you did because my oldest brother, he also had a PC, so like I also played like World of Warcraft, and then I did like CS:GO Zombies and everything when I was a kid, and then I transitioned into like PlayStation and GameCube and all those handheld games.
John, have you played any New World at all? One of the newer MMOs that came out?
I have not actually. I kind of don't have the time for MMOs so much anymore. I kind of dump most of my time into competitive games now. If I can't beat somebody else in a game, I don't want to play it.
I got you.
If I
I
can't
feel
make
that.
somebody mad, I don't want to play the game.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, understandable.
So,
Chat, before you guys got in here, John was saying he's a grand champion 2 in Rocket League. Yeah. So obviously I think that's where he's putting his time.
He definitely has the credentials.
Dude, we should 1v1 one of these times.
Oh, I don't know if you want to do that.
do
You
a
can
money
you can get
wager.
Danny in here. We can 2v1 and it still wouldn't be fair.
Are
Honestly,
you
all
worried
three of
I'm
you could
gonna
play.
embarrass you?
oh, John, I'm ass, dude.
I
I'll
mean-
lie over for defeat. I'm ass.
Yeah, the only time I played was with Carl's brother, and we were doing drunk Friday night Rocket Leagues, and I swear to God, I don't even know how to make the car go forward.
So,
That's the hardest part.
John, did you ever consider getting into competitive gaming instead of doing the casting portion of it, or?
I have dabbled into it. Like actually a couple weeks ago, there was a Akron Invitational that I played in with a few players from the varsity team. We noped out first round, and I'm not quite good enough to compete with them yet. But if I keep playing as much as I have been, I think at some point before I graduate, I'll be able to get on the team, possibly.
So Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Not really. No. No. You're fine. I don't know. Competitive is just not really for me. I don't think.
I gotcha. So I was kind of reading like the Akron Esports page, and it sounds like they have like intramurals and like recreational teams. So are you involved in that at all?
Every once in a while, I'll go to like the Rocket League club. Like, there's like intramural Rocket League teams and stuff. I did that for a little bit, but it's honestly more of a commitment than you would think. Because they take our esports pretty seriously. Like, we have 3 full esports facilities with like hundreds of thousands of dollars in computers in there.
Dude, that's awesome.
That's wild.
So they take it pretty seriously.
I was curious about that. So the setup, basically, you've got these full-blown studios. Is that where the players are actually playing, or do they travel, or how does that all work?
So if it's like LANs, like LAN events, the players will travel, yes. But if it's like right now, we're just in league play. So league play is just, we have specific areas, like our football stadium, InfoCision Stadium. There's a big esports facility in there. That's where most of the varsity teams play. I want to say our League of Legends COD team, our Fortnite team, all plays in there. And then the one that we have in our student union is where like our Rocket League team plays, and our Smite team, League team play in there. But like for LAN events, everybody will travel.
That's awesome.
So
how has that changed with COVID, or is it back to normal now, or?
Since it's esports, I mean, you could pretty much just play from your house if necessary.
Yeah.
Obviously, ping becomes a really big issue.
Oh yeah.
And internet connectivity, like sometimes you just lose all your packets and then you throw the game because you can't hit anything.
Yeah, that's my problem. I would be grand champion too if my internet
I'm
was
sure.
better. Yeah.
Oh god, the age-old excuse, bro. I'm lagging. It's my internet.
yeah, right.
I use that almost once a game. It's almost guaranteed.
With how often your webcam lags, I mean, I believe it actually, Front.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah.
I think Friend's
There's
just
a lot
still
of truth
siphoning
in
his
jest.
internet off of Walmart or still.
One of these, my neighbors are gonna catch me and they're gonna be pissed.
Yeah, there you go.
Get an eviction notice on the door.
Right. So
Now
John,
I'm moving with Smalls.
yeah. I don't know if I have room for you, buddy. But so John, was Rocket League the first game that you started casting for, or did you kind of dabble with anything else prior to kind of settling on Rocket League?
Yeah. So I started off with Rocket League, and I've done a very small amount of CS:GO, and I was supposed to do some League of Legends, but that kind of fell through. But pretty much just stick to Rocket League because it's what I know best, and I can kind of give like a more in-depth look at it. Because obviously, it's the same thing with sports. How there's like the color and the shoutcast.
Right.
We do that same kind of thing with esports. Like one person will do the color, and then one person will do like the play-by-play shoutcasting.
So do you prefer one or the other?
Oh, my bad.
Oh, sorry.
I prefer shoutcasting, but I prefer play-by-play. But color is pretty fun. Just depends on if the other person I'm doing it with is good. I don't want to say that there's ever been somebody bad that I've done it with, but up to the standard that I would prefer.
Right, you just kind of click with certain people more than others. Yeah, I gotcha. Brent, what, you had a question?
Yeah, so you said that Rocket League is one you understand, so it's easier to commentate for. But how did you realize you had like the voice and the talent to actually do the casting?
I got sent the Discord messages. They were like, "Hey, you want to try casting Rocket League? We kind of like you." And I was like, "Yeah, sure."
Why not?
Yeah, that's actually with the club teams. I was playing with them for a while, and they were like, "Man, like this kid's pretty cool. We should have him try casting." So I did it, and they ended up really liking me, and I just kind of stuck around now.
It was just a click. And you said that that's kind of the end game, right? I mean, now that you've gotten into this, you'd love to make a career out of it?
I mean, looking for it, yeah, hopefully. Possibly more of a career in the back end of it, like the stream producing and things like that.
Like the production value of it?
Yeah, because that is, like, I'm going to media studies, and a lot of that is, like, social media broadcasting type things.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, that's cool that it just kind of like fell in your lap and the rest is history.
Yeah, I mean, definitely lucky.
Do you have
very lucky? Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, do you have like a gamer tag or a nickname that you go by when you're casting?
JAHN, like the Discord name, or Parmesan.
Parmesan.
Oh, okay.
I like that one.
That's what I was looking for. That's straight fire.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Now, one of the questions I had was, Do you see yourself like transitioning into any other like platforms, like say like casting for, I don't know, like the NFL or like MLB or anything like that?
Um, that isn't really something I've ever really considered, but if opportunity presents itself, there's definitely more money, at least right now, in those. But I think with coming years, esports is only going to get bigger and bigger, and I think that's going to become more of a legitimate career than even like real sports casting at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a safe bet. I know we talked about it like in our earliest podcast that esports viewership like doubles that of like sports and those sports and like other live events and everything too. So yeah,
Yeah,
esports is where it's at.
it's crazy how big it's getting, and it like dwarfs its numbers last year every single year.
Oh yeah, they just keep
Yeah.
increasing. I know League of Legends is still just one of the biggest viewerships every year for when they do their tournaments.
All right, don't mean to sidetrack anybody here, but has anybody here watched Arcane, the League of Legends TV show?
I was just talking
Yeah,
about
Fish
that.
was just talking about this.
I
Yeah.
need to watch that show. I've been listening to the song Enemy by Imagine Dragons, and I absolutely love it. I need to watch that show because I've heard nothing but great things from it.
It is 10 out of 10. They got a little something for everything. If you're into some anime sex, they totally got that in there too.
Oh, hell
They
yeah.
made a lot of people happy
Let's
with
go. Yeah, I
But
definitely
overall,
want to watch it.
Really good show, and the new episodes come out tomorrow night, so I cannot wait to see the end of the season.
Nice.
Where's that on? Netflix or what?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Netflix.
Netflix.
It's a Netflix. Okay.
I want to say it passed up Squid Game worldwide as the #1 show on Netflix right now.
Wow, already?
Oh no way.
Yeah,
It came
Once
out
you
like
heard
not too
anime
long ago,
sex
didn't
smalls,
it?
you were ready to go.
Yeah, as long as it's not any of that like vanilla sex, like if there's no choking, I'm not interested.
Then you're out.
Carl's
Yeah.
got some twisted
I don't need to
fetishes.
watch that show.
But a few more questions, kind of on the line of casting, John. If somebody was to pursue a career in casting, what kind of tips and tricks would you advise them? I guess
First and
advise them to
foremost-
getting into it.
a lot of it is just like building a brand around yourself. Be on as many platforms as you can. Like make a Twitter, make a Instagram, make a Twitch, all that kind of stuff. Like when I first started casting in person, when I got down to campus, they were like, "Hey, do you have a Twitter?" I was like, "No." They're like, "Okay, you need to make that right now.
Do that.
Like we'll start linking you and stuff. We'll tag you and stuff. Like you need to do that. You need to build your brand." And honestly, just finding opportunities to do it. If there's a game that you like, host like $10, $15 tournaments for people and just cast it. You'll get
Yeah.
people to just show up and hang out.
Get the word out, right? Okay.
So they gave you a pretty good setup, huh?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome.
I get triple monitors and like we have like a whole casting booth and everything, like very professional. We just got a DSLR camera, a ring light. We're sponsored by Elgato, so
Oh wow.
we get a bunch of stuff from them. A
Yeah,
bunch of stuff
I
from
saw that on the
Corsair now
page.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
nice.
what's your schedule like?
For right now, we're actually in the off season of Rocket League because CRL just started and Akron wasn't able to qualify for the first major event. So I'm a little bit off season, but I do Fridays. I stream Overwatch, or I do like the back end of Overwatch, and then same thing with Valorant on Saturdays. And I think starting this week or next week, Rocket League comes back, but it's like a rec league. It's not actual CRL like Psionic sponsored, which is the developer behind Rocket League events. They're just like random, like $2,000 tournaments every couple of weeks.
So do you feel like you still get the standard college experience?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it's not like it's a super huge time commitment, and it's pretty much
Yeah.
as much or as little as I want. Like I'm sure if I asked, I could get to do more streams.
Yeah, that's awesome that they pretty much let you kind of make your own schedule with it.
What
How
would
is it? They let you like schedule that around classes and everything then too?
Yeah, it's usually at night, and I don't really have any night classes right now. So yeah, it's usually like 7 o'clock or so.
What's your worst grade?
My worst grade, like
Art theory.
I actually think, actually, yeah, you're probably right. I think I have an A minus.
Oh man, your worst grade's an A minus.
Yeah,
I didn't know you were good at everything. This is
Nah,
stupid.
I'm pretty sweaty at it. I won't lie.
He's
I wish I had that
on mine
problem.
and off.
Yeah, my worst grade's an A minus.
Yeah.
Fuck. Damn, dude.
Honestly, though, stick with it because otherwise you're going to end up trying to start a podcast as your career.
Oh God, I would never want to end up like that.
Yeah.
Couldn't imagine.
Stay in school, kids.
Pretty
Yeah,
brutal.
well, I don't know. You just got to keep that scholarship flowing. So can't really get too hard.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, man.
Love
You mentioned Akron has an Overwatch team.
We do. Our
Yeah.
Overwatch team is pretty solid.
Yeah. How far have they gotten, or like how long? How long have they been doing it, and like how far have they gotten?
Our Overwatch team has been going on for probably since the start of Overwatch.
Oh wow.
I think we've had that team going on for a little bit. I've only recently started to get into it, but we have one kid on there. He is an absolute menace. I want to say he's like top 500 in multiple playlists, like multiple roles.
Damn.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
So there's some pretty solid players.
Yeah, I was
So Akron.
not to toot my own horn, but I was a top 500 Reinhardt on season 1 of Overwatch. Then I fell off hard.
I was a Masters Lucio one trick.
Oh my god.
If they asked me to play
dude, a
anything else,
good
I would
Lucio
flame
player
and
is the
then
most
leave.
annoying thing.
So all around though, Akron's got a pretty good esports program. It sounds like it's not even just Rocket League.
Oh no, Rocket League is definitely like crown jewel. CRL we've won 3 times, and I want to say our COD team actually just won like the collegiate COD tournament. And
Who's like your rival? Do you have anybody that competes well against you guys?
Kent, Ohio State. For Rocket League, there's a school called Northwood who just pretty much buys out pro players and makes them play college.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, that's lame.
There's some dirt that goes on in the college Rocket League scene. Like people will
Really?
literally pay professionals just to play for their college because the prize pools are so high.
Wow.
That's crazy, dude.
Is that
Are you able
that's
to give
allowed?
us-
Yeah, I mean, actually, I don't know if it is, but they do it anyways.
It's not officially the rule book, so they do it anyways.
That's kind of wild. What other dirt is there? Are you allowed to release that information?
I mean, pretty much just like we have. So the reason that our school, at least our Rocket League team, is as good as they are is because we actually have a professional player that's on our sub roster right now because he focuses more on his pro team. Obviously, if you've ever heard of E United, the organization,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
plays for E United's Rocket League team.
Damn, bro.
That's awesome, dude.
That's
Yes.
so cool.
So he just kind of hangs out in the background now. But ever since we've had him on the team, there's been other schools that have been like buying up pro players or recruiting pro players just to play for their college, just to kind of give them a fighting chance in CRL.
So you kind of started that movement?
Yeah, Rocket League or Akron was the first like big Rocket League team. They kind of ran through everybody the first couple of seasons of it. They're kind of starting to fall off a little bit just because we have 2 new freshmen on the team. Not that they're bad or anything, like they're both like top 100 players, but
Yeah.
You got to
but it
build
takes
up any
time.
rookie.
Hey, John.
yeah, exactly.
John, we got somebody asking, is that Tristan that's on the roster?
Yes, it is Tristan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Aquamite
That's
was just
really cool.
asking in chat.
No, Daniel.
My brother's always ruining things, man. No, I actually hit Diamond 1 today in Rumble, and I was really feeling myself until this conversation. So thanks for kind of killing my vibe there.
Just always
I thought
remember,
that was
Frank,
great.
there's a bigger fish in the sea.
I was just gonna say that there's always a bigger fish. Yeah.
So I was looking at kind of like the setup. Do you guys play within the MAC? Is that kind of like the qualifier to get into like the league play then?
Kind of. So we play, and I want to say I'm gonna butcher it, but it's like RCS or something similar along those lines, some short little acronym. That is the MAC conference, yeah. But CRL is nationwide.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mm.
So the open qualifiers to like get into league play, like where do those happen, and like what teams do you have to get invited to an open qualifier? Like how does that work exactly?
So there is an open qualifier and a closed qualifier. There are 2 open qualifiers that you can just join in if you're a college that has a Rocket League team. You join in playing those. If you dip out of those, there's like qualifying every single time someone gets relegated.
Okay.
So once you get your spot, you're in until you start to lose a bunch of matches, and then you get kicked back out and relegated back to like a lower division.
Gotcha. So
And
kind
other
of just like
teams can-
soccer.
Yeah, other
Okay,
teams can
word.
fight and go back through those open qualifiers to make it into like the next major.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome, dude.
Interesting. How was OSU?
OSU's not bad actually. They
Go
got a
Bucks.
pretty solid team. Go Bucks, baby! Oh yeah.
Oh
I
my
can't say
God.
that. Go Zips.
Have
Never
you ever
can
heard of?
escape 'em.
Have you ever heard of Ohio University?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
French just an
where
asshole. That's
Carl went.
yeah, that's where I went to school. So I was actually gonna ask you, who's got the better team? Is it OU or OSU?
I don't know if does OU have a Rocket League team? I think they do.
Oh shit.
Probably
I
not.
don't know.
Okay,
I know
so,
they
so there's
couldn't
my
afford
answer.
Yeah.
Oh god, I
Yikes.
felt the burn from here.
Does OU have Wi-Fi?
Oh
I don't know.
my.
They just have alcohol.
I mean, that's really all you need, but
That's true.
Oh, God.
so I was gonna ask you, like, what kind of teams are just like straight ass, but it sounds like OU is one of those, huh?
OU is one of those. Kent, not very good, but they're funny. Miami
Who's your
University.
least favorite team to play against?
My least favorite team. Well, I mean, I'm not the one playing, but probably my least favorite team is just like any blowout. Blowouts aren't really too fun to cast or watch.
Yeah.
And having
Yeah.
to sit there and cast like, oh, Akron with their 8th goal of the match.
Yeah.
It's like,
Still 5 minutes left in the game.
it gets a little stale after a bit.
Yeah, it's tough for any commentator for literally any game.
So you were saying that the Kent's got a pretty funny team. Like, are you guys allowed to use different insults like within like CRL play or?
So something that Kent did when we were doing the We Play is they changed their names to all of our players, like #1 fans. So one of our players is Reticence, and it was like Reticence #1 fan, and their profile picture was him with like hearts around him. And the one kid, Fall, he's one of the new freshmen. It was like Fall's mom's #1 fan was one of the players on Kent.
I love that.
And he was like yelling at him in the middle of the match. Like after he scored, it was like, "Hey, it's bedtime, time to get off, buddy." And just stuff like that. Like it's all pretty just fun and games.
Oh my gosh, that's
so
so
do
funny.
they have mics going then, or do you use like keyboard or quick chat, or how does that work?
There's in-game chat and there's quick chats. I'm sure if any of you have played Rocket League, you know like the what a saves and the
nice
sarcastic
save,
night
nice
shots
save.
and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a master at faking.
Yeah.
I whiff a
Now,
lot.
would you say Kent's the trolliest team that you've seen, or is there someone who's a bigger troll?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Kent's 100%
I
the trolliest
was
team,
gonna
without a doubt
say
in
they
my
seem
mind.
like they take the cake.
The Kent State trolls.
Exactly.
What's your favorite like insult for a shitty player? Like Vigor has like the blueberries, you know, like every game's got their newbie insult.
Their newbie insult. I don't know. I really like just trash cans or just like
Yep.
things
Mhm.
like
Fair
that.
enough.
That's just I stay with the safe ones.
Yeah.
My favorite is I just like to call people Front.
I was wondering, I was waiting to see if it was something I see in chat a lot where I'm like, what does that mean?
Such a Front, dude.
Yeah.
My one is definitely calling people Bambies because it's like like their newborn baby.
Yeah, like
Just
the
don't know
one
what
that
they're
can't
doing.
walk. Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
one too.
That is a good one.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to think. I'm sure there's some insults that I say, but I just can't think of them off the top of my head. It's more like here the moment when I'm tilted, I'll call somebody something.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
I feel you, bro. I love when there's in-game chat. I'm a big shit talk guy. So when I was playing like Splitgate for a while and there's no game chat, it was really bugging me out. And even in Halo now, I haven't had too many like hot mics.
Yeah.
I live for a nice hot mic.
Oh my.
Yeah.
The old school COD lobbies is where it was at. Oh
Yeah,
my-
just screaming at the top of your lungs. You can't
Yeah.
even hear anything.
We did
I'm
that
more of
so
a
much.
text chat warrior. Like
Oh.
League of Legends has just like trained me to know how
Oh
to talk
my
to
god,
chat.
dude, those are so brutal.
Dude,
Oh,
I,
it's awful. It's something else.
I don't do the text chats anymore because I got a comms ban for a week. So
Nothing that can be like screen captured.
yeah, nothing that can. Yeah, exactly. Nothing that can be captured. Just verbal abuse, mental warfare.
There you go.
I was gonna say people in League of Legends will type out an entire book just to insult you.
Yeah, it gets pretty rough. Those League of Legends, like the 2011, 2012 ranked lobbies, were just like the most toxic cesspool of people that you could ever meet. It was like imagine Overwatch times like 3.
Oh my god, dude.
It's bad.
People are
That's a game
bad
I've never
in
played.
Overwatch on release too, and I can't
Yeah.
imagine what it's like now.
I will say my favorite trash talk is search and destroy in between rounds. Being able
Oh
to
yeah,
voice
dude,
shit to the team in
absolutely.
between rounds in a search and destroy game is probably the most fun you can have talking shit.
Yeah.
We would just squat up with the boys and just, oh my god, we would just literally yell into our mics until the round started.
The best is when they don't even have anything to say anymore because you're just beating them down that bad.
Yeah, right. They're literally just mentally defeated. They're just like, oh
Dude.
god, dude, here we go again.
Oh man.
Yeah, you just know they're broken down, so you just kind of got to leave them alone.
Oh no, I keep piling on. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
well, you guys can't talk with my dick in your mouth.
God. Probably
Oh,
playing
my
against
God.
like some 8-year-old.
Yeah, dude. I hope that 8-year-old goes to bed crying,
Oh,
dude.
dude, our friend group definitely beats them while they're still down. Like, we definitely do that.
Hey, if you're on a rated M game, you're gonna get some
That's
rated
true.
M
The
talk.
cards are off the table.
Yeah, dude.
I agree with that.
Full force.
Yep.
You got to ask for the parents to get on the mic. That's the best. Like, you don't sound little to be on here.
I'm gonna tell my mom. Cool, good. Put her on.
Why are you making my little
that.
Timmy cry? What are you saying to him?
Little
Where's
Timmy
your
sucks.
mom?
He's
Put
in
her on the
MP5
mic.
And he still can't win.
You should pay for some pro classes because your kid is ass.
Well, John, I got.
So you talked about the blowouts that you hated announcing. Do you have any games in mind that you remember that that were maybe the most memorable you've ever announced?
Obviously, the Kent one was just because the trash talk between the two teams, just not even trash talk, just like friendly banter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just enjoyable to be there for. And we had a game actually. So the players, I could see them from my booth. They were playing in the same facility that I was, and we had a live audience sitting in the lobby watching it on like this big projector screen.
Oh, that's awesome.
That was
dude.
probably
cool.
the most memorable one.
Yeah. The crowd's getting into it and everything.
Yeah, that was really cool until I got yelled at for calling somebody trash.
Really?
Yeah,
But-
it's just like you can't like openly say someone's terrible at the game, and I definitely
Really?
did that.
You just gotta question their motives the whole time.
You can be like, "Oh, he's obviously like the weakest link of this team," but you can't be like, "Man, this kid blows."
Dog water.
Yeah.
What was your?
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Have you had any like big slip ups then, like outside of calling that guy trash, or?
Actually, no. I've been pretty good on slip ups. I'm trying
Damn.
to think. We had somebody last week drop a couple of not so choice words during an Overwatch stream,
Oh, jeez.
but that's really not my problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like non PC words, or what are we talking? Like swear words?
Non-PC words, swear words. I mean, it's college. People swear,
Yep.
Yeah.
but
Understandable.
you still don't want to do that when you're representing a school.
Right, you gotta keep it within reason. I gotcha.
Now,
I feel like you could get heated though.
Oh, definitely.
one thing I was wondering is, do you usually have live audiences for your tournaments, or is is like the audience bigger online?
If it's like a LAN, like a major, we had one of our teams go to a LAN event a couple weeks ago, and they filled like a whole esports stadium.
Wow. How
That's
many people
awesome.
are we
And-
How many
talking about?
people?
How many people? I
Estimate.
don't know. Imagine your high school auditorium, probably about that size.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's a pretty big size then.
Yeah, no, that's pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
Right.
But we usually don't have. We have like viewing parties. Like there'll be kids that'll watch like the Rocket League games in the student union, and I'm sure other schools do that as well.
Mm-hmm.
But usually it's just an online audience for things that aren't like majors.
Yeah, yeah. That's pretty cool though. I would have loved to seen the like live audiences for esports back in college and everything, but it wasn't as big when I was in there.
Yeah, it's really only getting bigger.
Oh yeah.
Do you think it'll grow to the same level that we've got where like football, you know, you've got college game day where you've got whole shows dedicated to come watch these events and different TV shows and things. Like, you think that esports will grow to that level?
Absolutely. There's actually a Rocket League TV show that goes on Canadian ESPN every Thursday night, I want to say. There's like a whole Rocket League show that goes over like this week's RLCS matches, which is like the Pro League.
It's actually so
Wow, that's
cool.
pretty cool.
So yeah, I do think that at some point esports will end up dwarfing real sports.
I could see it.
With the come up of esports, are there any games in particular that you see with a lot of esports potential?
For right now, Valorant is going to just keep getting bigger. As much as I hate to see that, because I don't really like that game,
Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
do think that is going to be a really, really strong esports competitor for years to come. I think once Fortnite dies out, something will probably fill its place, some other battle royale that's more competitively standardized.
Yeah.
League of Legends, I don't think will ever die. CS:GO, I don't think will ever die, and COD is already on its way out.
Yeah. Thank God.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Do you think that Halo could potentially take that spot as the first person shooter esport? Like over COD if they're on their way out?
I think Siege would take that spot probably before.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't think that. I don't know. I honestly won't even lie to you. I played Halo for the first time ever today.
Oh,
I
how'd
played
you
Halo
like it,
Infinite.
man?
I didn't.
Oh,
Um,
really, Dan?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
hot take there, but I don't know. Time to kill was too long. I guess I don't really understand the mechanics that well. Like I just kept getting meleeed and ran over by trucks and getting shot at by big tanks and stuff, and that wasn't too much of an enjoyable time.
Were you playing big
All
team
right.
battle
So
then?
that's the interview then. We'll see you later.
Oh man,
We're having a hard time hearing you, John, so we're just gonna move on to the news
oh, I'm
section.
cutting out.
Starting to
That
sweat.
is-
Starting to sweat.
That is Small's favorite game.
That's
for the
like
past
an
20
interesting
years.
take though for like someone who hasn't played Halo before that they just like don't enjoy the new Halo Infinite because Carl and I like we're like well established like Halo fans, like we've been playing it since day one and everything, so like we're familiar with like the game mechanics and everything and how it plays out, but I'd be curious to see how it like plays out for newer players like yourself.
I really think that's what this Halo is for. It seems like a lot of people that are playing it have nostalgia glasses on for it.
Oh yeah.
But
Yep.
personally, I don't know. It just doesn't do anything all that different. Like, have you guys played Splitgate?
Yes.
Yeah.
Splitgate is very similar. At least, like, that's my most similar game that I played to Halo. And I enjoyed Splitgate more just because the portal dynamic is just so interesting. And Halo just kind of feels like another first person shooter.
Yeah, I mean, I think they personally, like as Fish said, I'm a big Halo guy. I think personally, I think they did a really good job of keeping traditional Halo with modern mechanics. And I think one of the things that kind of goes without notice maybe is how unique each gun feels and kind of like the strategy behind the game. Like it's not like a lot of other shooters where you can just kind of one man the team. Like focus fire and placement on the map is huge. So I think at first glance, a lot of people might not like it, but I think the more you kind of get into it, the more you kind of see the different strategy and the different little niche things that you have to do in Halo that aren't comparable to other games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
I
yeah.
definitely, like, I have it installed. I probably will try it again. But, like, today I played a couple matches, didn't really enjoy myself in any of them, and then just noped out, played Apex instead.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
We'll have to link up for some Halo games in the future then for sure, dude.
Yeah, I'll definitely give Halo another try. I feel like it's a game that would be a lot more fun with a 4-stack just to kind of mess around. I don't think that's a game you take too seriously.
Yeah, especially like if you're playing a big team battle, if you can get a squad of your buddies, it's a blast.
Yeah, where you just kind of just have fun with it. Like you just get in a warthog and start running people over.
Yeah, and it's like a sandbox game, so those sandbox kind of games allow for creativity and unique experiences, like that. The grapple, I've seen so many crazy clips with the grapple.
Mm-hmm.
People
Yeah.
purposely blowing up warthogs, then grappling to them, and then they're like 200 feet in the air and they snipe somebody.
Yeah.
The trick shots in Halo are absolutely wild.
You had a
They've
pretty
definitely
nice
gotten up there with the grapple. It's so funny to me that just like adding one mechanic like the grapple shot just completely changes the dynamic of multiplayer.
Yeah.
But
You had a pretty nice shot, Smalls, when you hooked that guy and basically like followed him down that mountain.
yeah, the grapple was pretty funny.
It adds to it. John, you mentioned something when you were talking about the games that might end up having a bigger esports following. You said Fortnite may be dying here, and I think that piqued some people's ears. Do you think that that's something that's happening soon, like it's on its way out?
Oh, it's been on its way out for a few years now.
Oh.
Fortnite, it just isn't a very competitively set up battle royale. Because I want to say the number one grossing esport right now is like PUBG Mobile.
Really?
Yeah, I
And
believe that.
kind of blows
Yeah.
my
That
mind.
actually
It's so big.
got nominated for best esports game.
which
Yeah,
is one of the things
it's
we'll talk about
huge.
here in a second. But
Yeah.
But yeah, Fortnite is just kind of on its way out because they keep changing it, and adding that much change to a competitive game burns out pro players really quickly.
Yeah.
Because you just can't keep adapting to change every single time you want to be good at the game again, because there's always going to be somebody who's going to put more hours in than you. And I don't personally think that's how esports should work. I think that, like anything else, time spent in general should benefit you in the long run rather than just spending time when something new comes out so you can master that new mechanic.
Right.
gotcha.
I think that's why things like CSGO, League of Legends, Rocket League even are such solid esports, because they've been around for so long and it's the same mechanics that it's always been, but they change very small things that don't change all the gameplay. In Fortnite, they change all of the gameplay all the time.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember one of the most controversial seasons that they had was when they added like those big mech suits into the game. And I remember watching those tournaments that they had, and just like all these pro players were just jumping around in giant mechs, just blowing up all the different structures that players were making.
Yeah. I do you think it'll be 2022 when we stop seeing Fortnite?
I think it'll keep kicking for a little bit. As much as I would hate to say that, I do
Yeah.
think that Fortnite will continue to kick for a little bit.
It's funny because like whoever you talk to hates Fortnite, but somehow
It's still so
everybody
big,
plays
though.
it. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have seen like the meme, but there's like Rick from Rick and Morty, Master Chief, Naruto,
Yep.
Yeah, I just saw they had Naruto. Yeah.
like Spider-Man are all in it together, and like they were in a squad, and I couldn't believe that was a real screenshot when I saw it. I was like,
Yeah.
no way is all of this in the game. Like, that's just so over the top. But I feel like it's probably still a really big game for like a younger audience.
Yeah.
The only reason I think that Fortnite is just like such a huge impact in the esports scene is just because they just throw so much money at it. Like they're making a ridiculous amount of money from microtransactions, and that's why their tournaments are so big.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
Plus, all those 8-year-olds can avoid Smalls talking shit and
Yeah.
and having their mom called into the room. So
Yeah, well, that's another thing. Why Rocket League keeps going up is because Epic Games actually bought them out like a year ago, and Epic Games has just been dumping money into it. And Epic
Love
Games
it.
just kind of likes to do that. They just dump money into whatever they can because they own so much of the market share now.
Oh yeah, all
Yeah.
these studios are just buying up all these smaller studios and trying to like pump them up.
So if these guys don't have any more questions for you, John, we got a little kind of speed round of questions here for you. If Fish
All right.
or Friend, did you guys have any additional questions before we kind of get into the?
Well, I saw one question that Brian asked in your Twitch chat and everything. He mentioned that if Halo is not going to be like a top esports game and everything, do you think them implementing a BR would put them at the top of the list?
I think Halo BR could actually be pretty cool because like the vehicle combat is pretty cool in that game, and I think that could probably work well. But I just don't personally see Halo being a very good esport.
Yeah, I think it's probably more of a niche thing. I know they have the Halo Championship Series that has some traction, but I think it's probably more of a niche thing.
Yeah.
Alrighty, John. Well, so how we're gonna do this is this new little segment we have here for people we're gonna be interviewing, and lucky you are the first one to get to try it out. Is when worlds collide at full speed. So the idea here is for every question you get correct in 60 seconds, it will make us drink, right? So each question right leads to one gulp from each of us, and you have a total of 10 questions to answer in 60 seconds here.
Oh god, thank God you changed the rules to that. Originally said every question you got right, we had to chug an entire beer between the three of us.
Hey, I was all up for it. These guys were like pussing out, so
I gotta drive home tonight, okay?
yeah, that's fair.
I gotta walk to my bedroom.
I could literally like
That's
fall
about it.
out of my chair into my bed, so it'll buff for me.
Yeah, it'll buff.
Yeah.
Alrighty, John. So I'm gonna start the timer here. We'll give it 60 seconds, and then you can either say skip or try to answer the question. If you answer it wrong, it doesn't matter. Just as many as you get right, okay?
All right.
All right. So here we go. What's the date today? Like the date on the calendar.
Then the calendar, November 18th.
Okay. You know what episode of the podcast this is?
21.
Who plays on Thursday Night Football tonight?
No clue.
Okay. How many national championships does Akron have for Rocket League?
3.
How many?
2.
How many major collegiate championships overall do they have?
Like 15.
What's the title of the new Spider-Man movie?
Freshman year, I think. No, that's not right. I don't know.
All right.
I don't.
Oh, you're good. What year did Rocket League release?
2015.
Who's leading the NBA in points per game right now?
I am too short to care about basketball.
What color ghost killed Flynn in episode 17?
12.
All right, so I'm gonna run through them real quick. That was good. We got through all 10 in 60 seconds. So you got the date right. So that's 1. Episode 21 got that right. Thursday Night Football, no. Akron actually has 4 national championships in Rocket League. And then they have 14 collegiate championships overall. The title of Spider-Man is No Way Home. You got the year Rocket League released right. That was 2015. Steph Curry is leading the NBA in points right now, 28.7. And Flint was killed by a blue ghost in episode 17.
Blue lady.
The blue lady. So what is that? Is that 3 or 4?
It's 3. Pretty sure that's 3, right?
Yeah, not bad, John. That was kind of just off the cuff there. So
Yeah, I don't know how you expect me to know what color ghost you got killed by, but
it was just like a random one I figured I'd throw in there. We were just
I
trying to
should have
keep
done my research. I should have listened to every single one of these before.
Yeah, do your research. Come on, do your prep work.
Yeah, I had to throw a couple of tough ones in here because if we had a 10 out of 10, then the rest of the episode we'd be slurring.
I'm spending the night here.
So. All right, guys. Well, let's get our chugs in here real quick.
Cheers.
Do it. Cheers, boys. John, you down in Arnold Palmer with us?
Oh, yeah.
Get another crack in here.
As I spill some of it on my hoodie. Nice. That could be the rest of the episode. Whatever.
Ooh.
It'll buff.
It always buffs.
Alrighty, John. So we're gonna get into the actual kind of podcast flow that we do on a weekly basis here. So we usually do a question of the day. We're gonna skip that today. We're gonna get straight into the gaming news.
We did have a truth or drink pulled by Neat Joe, I believe it was.
Did you want to do those now then?
Yeah, let's do it before we transition. Just the one that got pulled.
And we also had a question from one of the viewers too, if you guys want to answer that as well.
Okay.
Sure. You want to start with the question?
Which one?
Fish. Fish, you want to start with the question from chat?
Oh yeah, sure. So one of the questions we had was from Hollowed Reaver, and he said, "What are your guys' thoughts on the competitive BRs right now?"
I think it depends on the game. Like
Yeah.
I think John was stating before, like with Fortnite, like how they keep changing the game, and then there's an element of like RNG into it
Yeah.
that I just don't think is very attractive for the competitive scene, like John was stating before. And then obviously with Warzone, there's just too many fucking cheaters. So I think Apex is kind of the king of the competitive BR right now, I would say.
Yeah, I was gonna
It
say
is.
because
It
I
absolutely is.
love watching Apex tournaments. They're so fun to watch. I think competitive BRs is pretty good for the industry as a whole because like not every game can play the same, even though that you're playing with like high end players every time. So like there's always like that element of surprise that you get with every game that you watch as a viewer.
I think that a VR needs to come out that is purely a competitive VR. I think they
Yeah.
need to do something similar to Warzone with like the loadout drops, and just kind of level the playing field on weaponry. Maybe like have armor, or I really think that Apex does it best right now
Oh yeah.
as a competitive battle royale. But I think if a game, let's say like a big developer were to come out, like Activision or somebody, I guess Activision makes Warzone, but let's say Valve makes a good battle royale that's competitive, I think that would be really good.
So
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys heard this news or not, but the developers behind PUBG are actually working on a new game.
Oh wow, really?
Really? Is it another battle royale?
I think the idea, I know very little bit about it, and I think it's pretty early on in development, but I think the idea of it is basically like an MMO, but BR style. So like, just like
Ooh.
I don't know how to describe it. Like,
Like,
Brink sent me
is that
this
how
article
Rust
the other
was?
day, and I didn't really like read it or nothing, but it sounds like they just want like massive like lobbies, like just tons of people like within a world, and it's like gonna be a BR somehow. I don't know.
So are we thinking like Iron Man RuneScape type deal here?
Maybe, yeah,
Yeah.
but like a first person shooter.
Oh wow, that's definitely interesting. I can't even wrap my head around how they would do that. That's super ambitious.
Yeah, and I think it's very early on in development, but it sounds like something that would be pretty awesome. And we were talking for a while, like, why don't they just make like a PUBG 2.0, you know, like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
but it
I
sounds,
think in general, battle royales could be good for competitive gaming just because they're so intense. Like you can't really run away with a game, you know. Like in most sports, you could run up the score or have blowouts, like John was talking about when Akron plays somebody shitty. But like with a battle royale, it's like the whole thing is suspenseful, and it all comes down to like the one moment when you have
The
when
final
you actually
circle
face
of the
off
game.
somebody. Yeah, so I think it could show really well if they fix their kinks and find the right game. And maybe that game isn't out yet, but I think if they played it right and set something up right, it could be something that gets a lot of viewers.
Yeah, and BRs in general just take the most viewership, at least on Twitch, so far as I know. Like, because everyone just loves watching BRs, because like Call of Duty
Hmm.
Warzone's up there,
suspense, man.
Apex. Yeah,
Yeah,
just like the unknowingness of how a
yeah,
game will play out, even on the like high end, is just like so fun to watch.
Fair enough.
sir. Alrighty, Smalls, you want to do the truth or drink?
Yeah, let's knock it out real quick. I'm first back up again, right?
Yes, sir. Starting the rotation over. Um, do you have recurring fantasies that kind of trouble you or surprise you? What are they?
I don't think so. I think I'm just gonna drink on that one. I don't think I have any like fantasy in particular that's reoccurring.
I don't
You
know
just
what
want
a
some excuse to
recurring
drink.
fantasy is.
It's like if you see Front in your dreams every single night.
Yeah.
Dude, that'd be a
That would
nightmare.
trouble
Those
me
wouldn't be
more than
dreams; that'd be
him.
nightmares.
That's definitely a drink for sure.
Yeah, I'll drink on that. We only had one pulled, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I'll drink this. You guys go ahead and hop into the gaming news.
You're gonna have to lead this one because I can't read the docs.
Alrighty, I'll get started on it. So we were talking about some of the we mentioned Halo and some of the other games that came out recently, Battlefield, and there have been a lot of AAA games basically going straight to Game Pass recently released. Um, what do you think has been the most impactful release so far?
Oh, okay. So yeah, you're talking about in the past couple weeks we've had Call of Duty Vanguard, we've had Battlefield 2042, Forza
Mhm.
5, and now we've had Halo Infinite multiplayer beta release. So what opinion do you guys think is like has had like the biggest upstart so far?
I mean, this is gonna be really biased, but I think Halo.
Really?
I think the fact that they made it free to play is getting a lot of people to try it, even if they're not necessarily like vibing with it right away.
Mm-hmm.
Like John tried it, right? He's never played Halo before,
Yeah.
so I think Halo, man, the free multiplayer, and then they did it. I think the way they like advertised and announced it was awesome. They did on the 20th anniversary of Xbox and Halo.
Yeah, that was
So
cool.
yeah, that the way they marketed it, I thought was awesome. But at the same time, Forza 5, they had the biggest launch ever for an Xbox game studio.
Yeah, they said they had like over 4 million players on release play their game. So that was like the biggest player base that they've ever had in any Forza game.
Right, and I'll say those two just because I know like Battlefield's had some hiccups. I think that kind of stunted the momentum that they had already built up. And I'm just gonna continue to shit on COD. So
Yep.
Yeah, Vanguard sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought the Forza release was awesome, and like you mentioned, they had the most players right off the bat. But I do think in the long run, you'll probably see Halo Infinite outlast those other titles.
Yeah, I actually think it'll probably be Battlefield.
Really?
Yeah, just because I think like we were kind of discussing before. I think Halo is maybe a little bit more niche, maybe like a selective taste. Whereas Battlefield, I think anybody can hop in and have a good time in that.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
What about you, John? What do you think? Or like, have you
Um,
even tried any of the other games besides Halo?
I have not. I played Vanguard in the beta, and it was Modern Warfare with a new coat of paint on it.
Yep,
So there's
wholeheartedly
no way I was going
agree.
to pay $60 for that.
Yep.
But I honestly think that I've heard the most about Halo, and I've seen Halo probably gain the most traction. So I think that'll probably stick around for the longest. I think that's probably a pretty good assumption, especially if the campaign's good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, the campaign better be good because Halo 5's campaign was straight butt cheeks, McGee. So they better have fucking fixed it. It looks like it's gonna be awesome. They're really kind of embracing the sandbox element that makes Halo great with the open world aspect of the campaign. So I'm really looking forward to playing it. Even though on launch of the campaign it's only gonna be solo, not co-op, which hurts my heart a little bit.
Yeah.
But I can wait, I guess.
And Halo's coming out with a show now too, right? Is that new?
Yeah, it's gonna be on Paramount Plus. That looks amazing. I can't
Another
wait.
streaming service, baby. Let's go.
Take my money. I don't fucking care.
I'm definitely
Take
gonna
it.
watch that.
I just saw that yesterday. Am I late to that news, or is that just recently released? Because that's genius of them to put out the show right around the time, the same
Yeah,
time as the beta.
you're a little late. I thought you were really cute when you sent me that. Like I didn't already see
Yeah, right.
like I didn't already see it 10 times, friend. You know I'm a Halo.
I sent that little heart emoji just to give you a little bit of credit, but we
Thanks,
already
guys.
knew about it.
You're so
I
cute.
felt great too. I was like, "Oh, fish love my message."
But I would say right now initially Battlefield has the bigger response to its release, only because it was just like way more hyped up than Halo. Kind of like stealth released their multiplayer with their anniversary event and everything, but like Battlefield was being hyped up for months and months and months. So
Yeah.
I think like right now Battlefield has the upper hand, but like as time goes on, Halo will probably overtake it.
We'll see. I was just like out of curiosity looking at the Twitch numbers. Not that that really is vindicative of anything, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But Twitch was like number 5 on the charts. They're beating out Battlefield. Battlefield, I think it was in the double digits somewhere. But
Yeah, they all have over like 6 digits of viewer base and everything, and it also helps out that like Shroud and all of them are playing like Battlefield and whatnot in Halo as well, so
Right.
we got those huge viewer bases for them.
But guys, we have the Game Awards coming up on December 9th. So some of the nominees for each category were announced. So I'm just gonna read through these. We'll get everybody's opinion on what they would like to see win or what they think they deserve to win, and we'll just kind of zoom through these real quick before we hop into sports.
Do you want to do like each category and then talk about it, or just like go through?
Yeah, we'll do them one at a time here.
Okay.
So the first one hits home with John. So the nominees for best esports game are COD, CS:GO, Dota 2, League of Legends, and Valorant. Which of those would you say is deserving of best esports game of the year, John?
Valorant.
Valorant. Okay, fair
As
enough.
much as I don't like it, I think
Wow.
they have completely not catered to recreational players and only catered towards competitive players in that game, which is fine. And I think because of that, and all the competitive experience they already have with League of Legends, because it's made by the same company,
Mm-hmm.
I think that is most deserving of the best competitive esport.
And then did
There was
Valorant
no
release this
hesitation
year?
there.
No, I think it came. Well, yeah, it came out last year.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still a relatively new game, but it like swept the esports scene and everything because everyone was just comparing it to CS:GO. It was just CS:GO with like special
CS:GO meets Overwatch.
Exactly. Yeah, that was the coin phrase right there.
I think I'm gonna go with John on this one. I'll take Valorant too.
Mm-hmm. I would say I'm gonna go League of Legends only because just like how well established it is, but it'll probably end up Valorant just because of how popular it is nowadays.
Brent, do you have any opinion on this topic?
Yeah, I would also say Valorant because I'm not going to argue with John.
All right, yeah, clean
So,
sweep, clean
yeah.
sweep. All right, so the next one is best game direction, outstanding innovation and creative vision for games. So for that one, we have Deathloop, Psychonauts 2, It Takes Two, Returnal, and then Ratchet and Clank Rifts Apart.
Psychonauts 2, baby.
I'm right there with you, John. I've had only a very brief time with Psychonauts 2, but I love the first one. I am just starting to dig into the second one. I'm having a great time with it. But I would also mention that It Takes Two is pretty awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That-
I really
Yeah.
like what they did with the multiplayer or like the co-op aspect of that. I think that's really, really cool.
Yeah, man, there's not as many like good co-op games as there used to be, which is really unfortunate, you know.
Yeah,
And
I'm
it's so
definitely
different.
going with It Takes Two because
You're going with It Takes Two?
Ryan and I, we should have beat it by now, but the only time we played it was when we were absolutely blasted at night. So, but that game is absolutely amazing. Whatever category they're nominated for, I hope they win because that game is so good.
Fish, they're also on Game of the Year. I might be jumping ahead here, but they're also on Game of the Year, and I figured they would get both of those just because it's so different from any other game out there. Not only is it co-op, but it's just like it's a completely different genre than a lot of the other games, big games you see.
Yeah, they literally do a little bit of like every video game genre as you play through the story, and it's so refreshing. It's funny. The story is really good. The art direction's phenomenal, and the voice acting is just so superb.
So, friend, are you going with It Takes Two as well then, or no?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
I would.
So then we're on to the Game of the Year nominees. You mentioned It Takes Two is one of those. We also have Deathloop again, Metro Dread, Psychonauts 2 again, Ratchet and Clank again, and then lastly Resident Evil Village. Me personally, I have no idea on this one. I think I'll go with I think I'll go with Ratchet and Clank just because I've seen like the coolest clips from that one. And I think the fact that you can just like go between worlds is awesome.
Yeah.
I don't have a PlayStation 5, so I haven't had the opportunity to play it, but it looks awesome. But I really don't have like a strong opinion on this one.
Yeah. The games are definitely a bit weird this year, but I'm gonna stick with It Takes Two again.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with you. I would love to see Ratchet and Clank win something just because that's what we grew up on. I've loved that game, but
Oh yeah, I still have
I
all those
think
discs. They're so fun.
yeah, same for PS2.
Yep. They're in my
Yeah.
bookcase right now. That
Yeah,
and
those were
Jack
so
and
nice.
Dexter.
Yeah, those were the two best game series ever. You can't.
Oh
you
my
can't convince
god,
me
dude.
otherwise.
Yeah, I'm with you there, Brent. John, what do you think? What do you think the game of the year would be?
Honestly, I've really only played It Takes Two and Psychonauts, so probably one of those two because I don't think that Resident Evil was that crazy.
Yeah, I could
but-
see that.
And I do like Ratchet and Clank a lot. I definitely grew up playing Ratchet and Clank with my older brother, so I have some nostalgia for that too. And from what I've seen of that game, it looks bonkers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I usually watch like I don't get every game that releases mostly because I don't have like every console and whatnot, but I've watched a decent bit of like Resident Evil, Ratchet and Clank, and all those games, even Deathloop too. But I wholeheartedly think that It Takes Two will win this year.
You know what's kind of crazy to me is just like we're reading the list of these nominees, and it just like it's been kind of a dry year, and now we're getting everything at once right now,
Yeah,
which kind of
Mhm.
sucks. It's like, all right, like I get it, like COVID delays and stuff, but we're getting everything at once now. Battlefield, COD, Halo, you know,
Yeah.
it kind of stinks. There's not enough time to play everything now. It's the end of the
Do you
year.
think we're
Yeah.
gonna? You think we're gonna see another break in it then too? You think we're gonna start to see waves?
I feel like it tends to happen for whatever reason. Like they don't like to publish games like over the summer as much. It seems like it's always like a winter vibe. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll probably get a surplus of games over the next few months, just based on the release dates that are coming up. But
I
Yeah, I
think
don't know, man.
Nintendo's dropping banger after banger, like in the beginning of the next year.
yeah, what they
there's some pretty big releases.
we got the new Metroid. Is the new Metroid coming out next year?
I think new Metroid, the new Pokemon game is coming out. The remasters are. I think the new like open world Pokemon game comes out in the summer.
Oh yeah,
Arceus, is that how you
That
say
looks
it?
awesome.
Does So next
You
category
want to
here.
place a bet on game of the year?
I don't.
It's
I'll
actually
probably.
hard to tell what would win, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, what do you want to do? I'll do Ratchet and Clank. I'm assuming you're gonna go with It Takes Two.
Fish called that one first. I'll go with Deathloop.
Okay, so what are we betting here, guys?
I don't know.
Oh God.
A pack of gum and some feet picks.
There you go. You gotta post the feet pics.
John fits right in with us. How about face paint for an episode?
Oh
Yeah,
God.
that's a
Don't
good
make
one.
me do that because
Yeah,
I
you
sleep
in?
so much.
I'm in.
All right, lock it in.
Lock
I'll have
it
Abby
in.
hook me up. I'll be looking good.
Yeah, that'll be the thing. Fish is gonna have to paint me, or I'll have to paint him, so it'll be pretty bad.
When do
It
these
would
get
be pretty
announced?
The Game Awards are on December 9th, so we don't have to wait too
December
long.
9th. Yeah, hell yeah. Love it.
So the next category is best multiplayer, and this list is just crazy to me. Back for Blood, Knockout City, New World, Monster Hunter Rise, It Takes Two, and Valheim. I think it's got to be It Takes Two. Like
New World.
Yeah, you think New World? It's had so many problems like recently that I think that might stunt it, but maybe not.
See,
I haven't played it, but everybody that I know that's played it has really enjoyed it.
yeah, I agree with you. I play New World a lot. I've put the stupid amount of hours, more than I want to say on screen right now. But and the problem with like seeing all these news articles and everything, like you always hear about like what's wrong with the game and not like what's good with the game and everything. So like most of
Yeah.
the stuff that you hear in New World only pertain to like the 1% of the player population, whereas like the rest of us, like myself, we're just out here enjoying the game and everything. So I definitely agree with you that New World should win best multiplayer game.
So, Fish, when they do these awards, do they do them like based on what people actually enjoy, or is it like the Oscars where they pick shit that has like different visuals and weird aesthetics and things because it's more artistic?
I don't think it's people picked. I think it's corporate picked.
Yeah, so Jeff Keighley, he was the guy who announced like all the nominees and everything, and he said that for at least for Game of the Year, they got their the nominees from over like 100 different video game journalists and everything around the world and everything. So it's not like fan base; it's more established opinions.
So even if people are loving the game, like New World, if it's got a couple issues like that, or if the corporate side, the professional side doesn't like it as much, then it wouldn't be a winner.
Yeah, yeah.
That's disappointing.
Mm-hmm. Well,
You still think it wins?
I wanted to, because I want to justify all the hours I put into it and just rub it in everyone else's face. So.
Told you it was a good game.
Yeah, guys, y'all laughed at me. I'm the guy with the tinfoil hat. But I hope it does win best multiplayer game, because like when it first released, like it had over like 1 million players, and like most of them couldn't even get in because the servers were just absolutely overloaded.
Yeah, I think it's got potential.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do one more here before we hop into the sports news. Best ongoing game. We have Apex Legends, COD Warzone, Final Fantasy 14 Online, Genshin Impact, and Fortnite.
Genshi, is that how you said it? Genshin?
Genshin.
Sorry, bro. I guess the bush light's talking to me.
Whispering.
I was honestly impressed. I thought that's how you pronounced it, and it was like French or something. I would have let you have it.
Well, if correct me if I'm wrong, Genshin Impact is originally made in Japan, wasn't it? It's from a Japanese studio. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I have no fucking idea.
Well, it's just think of it like an anime open world MMO RPG type game, but you kind of got like loot box systems in it. It's a free game.
It's a gacha game.
Yeah, it is a gacha game for sure. But I want to go with Apex Legends. You can't go wrong.
Apex
with
has made some huge moves this year, adding arenas and the whole new map and a couple new characters. They've done really well this year.
Yeah, the new season is so fun.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be a clean sweep for this one. I think we're all gonna
Mhm.
say Apex unless Prince got something different.
No, I'll say Apex, and also I want to say if Warzone wins, I'm never talking about gaming news again. That'll be the end of it.
I'd be surprised if they win.
I don't even know how Warzone's on this fucking list.
How
They
is that
probably paid
possible?
somebody. Let's be real.
Damn.
Best ongoing
Wish I had
game.
money.
We have more cheaters every day. Best ongoing game.
Yeah, and they put in their new anti-cheat, by the way.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
It took them.
Although Fortnite would have me pretty upset too.
I got nothing wrong with Fortnite. It's just not my game.
I'm with you there. Yeah. I never liked the building aspect of it, so I just never got into it. That being said, though, Brian and I did catch a lot of dubs playing it, so
See-
I can say that I've gotten like a dub in almost every BR game out there.
That's my problem with Fortnite is I used to love it, and like John was talking about when we were talking about what game could potentially take over esports, like they just keep changing it, and it's so different from the game I used to like playing. So
Right.
now I resent it.
We should do like a RuneScape like old school mode, but for like for Fortnite. Stumbling on my words here, but old school
That's
I would
Fortnite
love
like
that
idea,
RuneScape.
honestly.
Yeah,
I would love it.
I could get
Yeah,
down with that. I like the like base Fortnite game a lot.
Yeah.
I played the hell out of that.
Yeah,
If they just like reverted to like season 2.
Right.
that was like the one of the major issues with Fortnite, because like I did watch those Fortnite tournaments when it like first released and everything, and like literally all the players just complained like, yeah, we're just like sick and tired of seeing all these major changes that we have to adapt to in tournament play.
Right.
Like there's hundreds of
Stupid.
thousands of dollars on the lines, and like if you don't get used to like the new mechanic that they added like a week ago, then you just flat out lose the tournament, and it just sucks for those pro players.
Yep. I hate it.
So hopping into some sports news, guys. Guess who scored a touchdown this last weekend?
Two of
Enlighten
them.
me.
Superman, Mr. Cam Newton.
Oh baby.
So Cam Newton is back, guys.
He had both a rushing and a passing touchdown on like 6 touches. He didn't even start the game.
Right, to Robbie Anderson, that's probably scored a 1 touchdown the whole season. He's been garbage for fantasy. Whoever drafted
Yeah.
him in fantasy, sorry, Robbie Anderson has been straight trash this year. And that's to accompany the quarterback play of Sam Darnold that started out pretty well, but everybody's figured out, yep, he's the same Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Same Darnold.
Same but
Ooh.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing's changed. You think Superman will end up being the starter for the rest of the season?
I think logically, if they're trying to actually make a playoff push, that's where they should go. Yeah.
I would love it.
Yeah, I mean, I would enjoy it too. I can't say that I'm a Cam Newton fan, but I think he's good for the league as a whole, just with his personality. You know, it brings some headlines up.
Yeah, he's like Baker Mayfield. He brings cameras to his face. You know, you never hate the guy really. You know, he's always so
No, I like
entertaining
him.
to watch.
And I saw a video of him like in their last game, and he's on a knee and he's talking like the whole team's around him, which like he's the quarterback, he's supposed to do that, but it's just wild. Like dude gets hired on like Friday, and by Sunday he's already the team leader.
Yeah,
He's just an
he's
actual
got the ear of the
leader.
huddle already.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So
So
I-
cool.
On that note, are there any other players that you guys would like to see come out of retirement, whether it's football or any kind of sport? We actually had another one. Adrian Peterson came back.
Yeah.
We failed to mention him actually. AP's back.
We've had a few, and honestly, with all the injuries, there have been a ton of injuries this year. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Drew Brees come back, because I feel like at a quarterback position, like you can avoid being, you don't have to be that physical.
So
Drew
I
Brees
actually
is coming
think
back.
the more likely of the quarterbacks to return would be Phillip Rivers. Drew Brees is
see that
doing
too.
his like he's pulling a John doing the casting. And meanwhile, Phillip Rivers, he was actually quoted in saying that if the Saints gave him a call, he would pretty much go. He'd consider it.
Damn, that'd be cool. I would love to see Phillip Rivers come back. Either of them, really. But yeah, I think quarterbacks and running backs right now are highest potential to come back in the league because both of those positions have a ton of injuries.
Tink says Troy Polamalu. He can just stick with his head and shoulders commercials. All right.
Yeah.
We don't need Palomalo back in the
He's-
league. As a Browns fan, please
Too
no.
focused on shampoo. Yeah, I hated that, man.
I hate him because he was good and he was nice.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he was like one of those guys that you didn't want to hate, but you just had to. I'm just like, fuck him, dude. Like, pull his hair down.
I hate him because I had no reason to hate him.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I wish he'd give me
absolutely.
some ammo.
John, are you a Browns fan or who's your favorite NFL team right now?
I grew up in Cleveland, so Browns all the way.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Respect
Ooh,
it.
ooh, ooh.
You were there for the 0-16 season?
I went to the parade.
Yeah.
Love it.
I went there too with my dad. Oh my god, that was so ridiculous.
I absolutely love that.
Oh
Speaking
my
of the
God.
Brownies, did you guys see OBJ's letter to Cleveland?
No, I didn't waste my time.
So for anyone that's not hip, Odell Beckham Jr. Left the Browns. I think he was partially quit, partially got fired, and he is now on the Rams. And the OBJ curse has already started. They already had their first big injury. But he did write a nice letter to Cleveland, basically saying thank you to organization, upper management, the whole city, and all the chances we gave him. So I don't hate him. I'm not openly rooting against him anymore. What do you guys think?
Good riddance. Get him out. He's gone.
I don't openly root against him, but he's a bitch. So
He's
out of my mind.
yeah.
Oh, John, how do you feel about him?
I don't know. I've definitely unfollowed him on Instagram once he left the Browns because
Oh, bro, I did
Really
the same thing. I did the same
really-
thing.
couldn't care any less about him. He didn't do much for us this season.
He did
So-
not. No, I don't. He literally didn't make that big of an impact as I thought he would.
He had one really good game as a Brown against the Cowboys where he scored 3 touchdowns, and I just kept hanging on to that like clinging onto that game that he could do this again and replicate it. But I honestly think he's washed, man. I mean, we'll see, but
I just I didn't appreciate just all the BS that he was doing in the Browns franchise and everything. Like, why was he starting so much drama? Why couldn't he cohere with all the other players and the staff and everything? And then he just basically said, "Screw this, I want out. Trade me to another team."
that was my biggest thing. Is I just feel like he quit, and
Yeah.
I've never. We talked about. I think we talked about this on one of the past podcasts, but that was always something that was instilled in me from a young age. Is like, if you're gonna do something, do it. Don't quit. You know what I mean?
Go full
Latinx
throttle.
don't
Yeah.
quit.
That's right. Blacknecks don't quit, bro.
Yes, sir.
Friend knows it. So that's something that was instilled in me. So him forcing his way out in the middle of the season just rubbed me the absolutely wrong way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a money thing or just a personal issue, but I don't know why he just couldn't fit in with the Browns.
Yeah.
I think it's a personal thing, and I'm with you. Like, I feel like you work through those, you shut up and play, and then
least to the end of the
at the end of the
season.
season.
Yeah.
Right.
Agreed.
As
But-
as the late Young Dolph would say, you sound
R.I.P..
like R.I.P. Love me some Young Dolph. Rest in peace. But as he would say, and I quote, "You sound like a bitch to me."
Damn, that hits deep. Wow,
Oh
gone
my
too
gosh.
soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I just I honestly, and I think I said this last time we talked about OBJ, but I was hoping they would work it out. I actually didn't hate him as much as most Clevelanders did. He always seemed to make the big plays and give us that momentum, and I appreciate that.
But
But
big plays
I don't
of
think we're gonna
dropping
struggle
4th down
without him.
passes.
Yeah,
God, dude.
I
Don't
don't think
remind
we're
me.
going to struggle without him. Because for every big play, he dropped a pass or did some stupid shit. So, fuck him. Good riddance.
Yeah.
Also, a receiver in the NFL, Emmanuel Sanders. Did you guys see what he did over the past? Actually, I think it was 2 weeks ago.
Just what you were telling me briefly. Outside of that, no.
I haven't seen
So-
anything now.
I think it was November 1st was the 10-year anniversary of his mom passing. And so he went and basically just I don't know if it was at an orphanage or where he went, but he linked up with a bunch of kids that didn't have parents or had lost a mom or dad and basically just hung out with them. And, they were playing football and stuff and just kind of spent the day with them just to lighten their day a little bit. I love that man. He used to be my favorite football player, and
Really?
he was on the Steelers.
Used to be.
Yeah. Well, like I just like, I mean, I don't follow him that much lately, but like he was the first NFL player I followed on Instagram. Saw him dancing one time on the field, even though he was playing against the Browns, and I was like, I like that guy.
Yo, bro, I got him in fantasy if you want to make a trade for your favorite player.
Yeah, I'll give you Adrian Peterson.
Fuck it.
Yeah, man, that was my guy though. So when I saw that, I was like, hell yeah, I gotta give him a shout out.
You always love the feel good stories you hear with these pro players and everything. Like you can't hate on a pro player for like actually going out of his way to like improve his community or just like doing something for his fans, you know?
Yeah.
So
I think Myles Garrett is peak pro player.
yeah, dude.
What's that?
That man does a little bit of everything.
Yeah, poetry, anime, meets with people at the dog park. I'd agree with you.
Did you say poetry?
Yeah, Myles Garrett writes poetry.
What?
You
Do we
learn
have any of it
something new.
handy?
I can Google some if you want to.
I would love to hear
keep
you
running
recite
your mouth,
it. Yeah.
which I know you're plenty okay with doing that.
Use that beautiful voice of your Carls to read us a poetry.
Oh my god, I can't even imagine like what this would be. Oh, I'm so excited for this.
That's so funny.
Fish, if you had all the fame and money you get from professional sports, what would you do to give back like that?
Oh, I mean, I would probably just go like the standard route of just like donating to certain charities and everything. And I know one thing, like if I was still a gamer as I am now while being in professional sports, I definitely would donate money to charities such as like disabled gamers and everything like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an awesome. I like when they do things that like their God-given talent is sports, so they give back to kids that can't afford to play and things like that, or help cities get the uniforms and gear and everything.
Right. I love hearing about news with when like a player like pays for like a high school's football team's like jerseys and everything for that season.
Yeah, John, what about you? When you're rich and famous, what are you going to do to give back?
Honestly, no idea. I'm a big community person though. Like, love to run like community events, raise money, especially for like the bigger issues like Team C's, Team Trees, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's all really important.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so this is the part of the podcast, John, where we try to emphasize that we're not shitty people. We gotta throw this in here a little bit.
You're doing a great job.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but-
this part's all scripted.
But for me, it would definitely be, as Fish mentioned, this is something that's always like had a soft spot in my heart, is like the Special Olympics and disabled gamers. So those would be the two things I would focus on for sure. We're actually doing one of those coming up in December. We haven't set down or nailed down like a date for it yet, but we are going to do that Halo tournament. And all the proceeds are going to go to able gamers that help promote community events for people that have different challenges, as well as funding them with different controllers and stuff so they're able to play games. So yeah, I would do that, and I've been wanting to do this. I just haven't had the opportunity, money, or PTO to do it. I'm gonna get my way out to the Special Olympics at some point. Now that I have my degree, I'm like able to help and like train with these athletes. So that's something on kind of the bucket list.
Yeah, that fits up right up your alley
That's
too.
cool. Yeah, John, if you want to give Halo another try, join that tournament. We'll work you.
There's a Halo tournament going on. Oh, don't you test me. Listen, greasy aim. I might not know the mechanics of Halo, but my aim on point.
See, I'm the opposite. I know how to run, but that's about it.
Well,
So-
maybe we'll just have to get John on our team then.
Yeah, I think I just got cut.
Get Fern the fuck out of here.
I still have bragging rights from the last time we did our Halo tournament. I've never let people forget about that, so I'm ready to keep hold of the belt for next tournament.
Get that dub.
Yeah. Dude, we absolutely throttled everyone in the last LAN party that we
Oh,
did.
the LAN party? Okay, I was on your team. I thought you were talking about the other.
Yeah, no, yeah, you're on our team. I forget
okay.
who else was on our team because it was basically just you and I carrying the entire time.
Oh, hey, John. Tink said she'll be on your team. So I guess they're already formulating against us. But I do have
Yeah,
some.
whoever's in chat, bro, get me on a team.
I do have some Miles Garrett poetry here. If you guys want to hear it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
God.
The title of poetry is "I Hate You."
Get your tissues ready.
Wow. I love it already.
This is kind of this seems kind of dark. Life has slowly lost its meaning. Air became acid. Damn, it hurts breathing. I just keep falling for you. What I don't know. I can't read that word. What cliche line? Dude, give me a break here. I don't know about those audiobooks, John. I don't know if it's gonna work. How can you be
So is that about Mason Rudolph?
how can you be kryptonite and Lois at the same time? I sit in silence and write facts. Easy enough, you never write back. This bleeding heart dripping on the page, draining your hands as you remain unfazed. Hardly reached our 20s, but our love was roaring. This is also like handwritten, so that's why it's like kind of hard for me to read some of these words. It's not like it's
Yeah, I'm gonna finish
text.
this one off for you. I'll finish it.
Yeah,
I got it pulled up.
Oh, do you? Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
You know it by heart or what?
No. I got it pulled up. I was curious if he actually wrote poetry, so I looked it up. All right, let me get up close and personal to the mic here.
Yeah, there you go.
Hardly reached our 20s, but our love was roaring.
Ooh.
Now I feel the concept couldn't be more foreign. Treated so bad, no wonder you didn't want me. Depression hit home, followed by clarity. Experience taught me to hold on to my love. Guess that's why I'm calling to you. I don't deserve you, a soul spurned, a soul, nor I have earned. You never made it a day where I can say you're not on my mind, so I sit and I rhyme with my time. Missing your shine, that gorgeous outline. Look, I'd travel every country venue you view if that meant coming back to tell you, fuck, I love you. Jeez, is this a Kid Cudi song or Miles Garrett?
Oh, that's what.
I love that analogy.
I think John just proved Carl can't read. It was not the
Oh my
handwriting, I
gosh.
guarantee that.
No, the handwriting's pretty terrible.
Oh man. Well,
You
that's
sounded professional, man. You should do that for a living, just like announce things.
Yeah, you should
Crazy.
cast us.
That's a good idea.
that's why John's a caster and I'm a dog shit streamer. Oh,
It's actually super interesting that he writes poetry. That was really good, though. You know, like I'm not like whatever you call it, adhere
critic?
to the poetry world, but that was pretty good.
Jahn Matteo, have you record that in audiobook for me so I can enjoy it?
All right, I got you.
I saw Tink. I think it was Tink commented earlier that we need to have John announce a clip on here. I would love to hear that after hearing that poem.
Yeah,
I
hell
wish
yeah,
we had
bro.
something to share.
Yeah,
Like a Rocket League clip or what?
Yeah, if we had a way to share it, I could send you one of mine.
I mean, throw it into Discord if you have it saved.
Yeah, but how could we? I don't know if we could. I don't know if we could show it on the podcast here, but
we don't have the overlay set up, so
yeah.
You know what we could actually if you put it
Well,
within
at some other
Discord, I
time-
actually hit it and then switch it over. It would work.
Want me to
I
do
mean,
that?
some other time, send me a clip of your Rocket League gameplay. I'll commentate a game for you, and then you can put that in your next episode.
there you go.
All right,
I
there we
love
go.
it.
Yeah.
One thing I saw Mom just said for the Halo tournament said Frank can be on her team because it's the same skill set.
Love it. Love.
Mama, body, and friend. I love that.
Oh god, I love it.
Don't sleep on us, man. Everybody likes an underdog.
Listen, if you're anywhere near how good your brother is at video games, I'm scared.
Oh wow.
No, your brother sucks.
Yeah. Oh, you meant
Scared to watch them
There.
play in
Yeah.
live.
scared we might embarrass
I
ourselves.
was,
is what you
for a
meant.
second, I was like, "Oh, damn, little friend, eat, huh?"
Yeah, right.
No, little friend is dog at every game.
All right, Mom, we just got our
I
third
guess it
player.
runs in the family.
We'll get Danny here. I think Danny's Aquamite. So we'll get Mom, we got me, you, Aquamite. We're gonna go off. Everybody watch out.
If I don't have a friend on my team, I actually have a chance at this tournament.
Yeah, right. I'm excited to see what the roster is gonna look like. It's good. I hope it's gonna be a really good turnout.
Yeah. So we got to lock down a date for that. Well, that's something we'll discuss.
Yeah.
But last thing I want to cover before we close it up here, guys. I want to try a new segment called Lines. There are a bunch of different lines in sports, and we'll all kind of take are one way or the other, and I threw like soccer, hockey in here because those are all even playing field. So Fish can't complain that we know more about it than he does.
Okay.
WWC does lines.
Yeah, those
Live.
lines.
My
Sports
mind went
lines.
somewhere else when
Yeah,
you said we're
not-
doing lines.
Yeah,
Not lines of
exactly.
Coke, lines in sports.
We're doing lines. Everybody join in. Here we go.
Meet in the bathroom, baby.
Alrighty. So first one, guys. Pats are minus 6.5 tonight against the Falcons. Friend, I'm gonna go to you first. Who you taking? You need me to clarify what minus 6.5 means?
No, but so that means they win by at least 6.5.
Right.
I'm taking the over on that.
So you're taking Pats or Falcons?
Pats win
Pats.
by 6.5 plus.
Gotcha. Fish, where are you going with this one?
Oh, Patriots.
Pats. All right.
Safe bet.
All right, John. We're throwing you in the mix on this one too. Do you want the Patriots minus 6.5, or are you gonna take the Falcons?
Falcons, fuck Belichick.
Love it.
Everything's
Yeah.
been like completely upside down in the NFL this year, so I'm gonna take the Falcons.
Oh wow, I got a little split here.
It's literally been the like most weird NFL season, so like things that don't make sense like are happening.
Yeah, right.
So I'll take the Falcons.
It's like March
I
Madness.
hope you guys are right. Yeah. Well, with all the injuries too, it's unpredictable. I hope you guys are right, but I don't know. Unfortunately, I think the Pats might be making a comeback.
On to the NBA. We have the Warriors minus 9.5 against the Cavs tonight. We'll go the same order again. Front Warriors minus 9.5. Steph Curry's leading the NBA in points per game, as we discussed earlier.
Yeah, I'm taking the over. And the reason for that is
So
if
you're
I
taking
bet
the Warriors? You gotta take a
Yep.
team, not the over.
no. You take over or under 9.5. No,
No,
So Warriors
it's-
win by okay. I
It'd
see.
be over
All right.
under like the cumulative points in the game. So like the over under is probably like 215.
Right, but okay. So I take the Warriors win by at least 9.5.
There you go.
Maybe
There you
more.
go, buddy.
There we go. Gambling was not one of the vices that made it onto my list, fortunately. So, dude, because if I gamble on Cleveland, we always lose. So I'm doing that
True.
for the city.
Fair enough. Fish, where we going? Warriors?
Yep. I mean, like, I love me some Cavs, but it's the Warriors, so you can't go wrong with them.
John, what do you think?
I don't know anything about basketball, so I can't argue with the stats. Go Warriors, I guess.
Fair enough.
All right. Even though we're missing Evan Mobley, I'm going to go with the Cavs just to be different from you guys.
You're an idiot.
So, friend, here you go. I actually do have an over-under here for you. Liverpool versus Arsenal this weekend. The over-under is at 3.5 goals. Are you going over or under 3.5 goals?
Yeah, I'm going with Liverpool.
I fucking hate you, dude. I absolutely hate you.
Oh my god.
Let's go under.
Under? Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking under too.
Under. What do you think, John?
I asked my roommate. He knows way more about soccer than I do. Apparently, Liverpool sucks. So, yeah. Oh, Liverpool's way better than. Never mind. Go Liverpool.
Oh, so
Good answer.
it's the over-under of 3.5 goals. So,
3.5 goals. Oh my god.
yeah, but like between the two teams. So like if there's 3 goals scored, it'd be the under. If there's 4 goals scored, it'd be the over.
Gotcha. I'd probably say under. That's a lot of goals to be scored.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be different
Good
again. I'm
answer.
going the over.
So are you gonna like follow up on these next week and see who got
Absolutely.
the most right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, good. Because I want my credit.
He wants his 5%.
Yeah, right. The next one is the Toronto Maple Leafs against the New York Rangers. This is hockey, and the Toronto Maple Leafs are minus 1.5, so winning by 1.5 for the Maple Leafs.
Can't say those names again. What are they? I know nothing about
The Toronto Maple Leafs and New York Rangers.
New York Rangers.
I'm going the Rangers, man. USA. USA.
I don't know. I kind of like the Maple Leaves. I like the ring of that behind that one. I'll
Yeah,
go with
right.
that.
I'm gonna go Toronto too,
Okay.
only because it's Canada and they're cliche for hockey.
Yeah, I don't know anything about hockey, but fuck Brent. I'm joining the Maple Leafs.
Good. There's my winning point.
And this one will hit close home to Fred and John, Ohio State fans. And this
Go Bucks.
This fucking line, this spread is insane. Ohio State is favored by 19 points.
Jeez.
Are you taking Bucks, big boy?
Wait, who are they
I
playing?
would love to.
Michigan State.
Oh, really?
So Michigan State is ranked 7th, Ohio State is ranked 4, and they're favored by 19 points.
God damn.
I think we'll win. Maybe, but I think we'll win. But like 3 touchdowns is quite a spread. I'm going to take MSU on this one.
All right.
Even though go Bucks, I still want to make sure that that's very clear to go Bucks. But 3 touchdowns seems like a lot.
I'm gonna
That is.
I'm gonna go riskier. I'm gonna go Ohio State.
All right, Fish going to Ohio State.
Yeah,
Love it.
screw it.
How
Right?
about you, John?
I'm gonna have to go Michigan State. 3 touchdowns is quite a differential between 3 ranks and teams.
Absolutely. I'm gonna go down to Michigan State as well, guys.
You're probably hoping Michigan State wins, huh?
I don't really give a shit. I do want to see Cincinnati in the top 4 though.
Same. Yeah.
But I'm fine with Ohio State being in the top 4, but I just want to see Cincinnati make it. So whoever has to lose to make that happen, so be it.
Probably Bucks.
Go
Yeah.
Bearcats, baby.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
it'd be sick to see the Bearcats in it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so you
risked
just
it
want
with that
whoever's
one
ranked
right
higher
there.
to lose.
Right?
What's that, Fish?
I said I risked it with that one right there, but I'm glad I did it because everyone else went with Michigan.
But
Love it.
well, John, we'd like to thank you for being on with us. Are there any kind of plugs that we can throw out there for anybody who wants to check out what you're doing?
Yeah, I mean, Zips Esports every Friday, Saturday. You'll be able to see the Valorant Overwatch teams play, and then starting soon Sundays, you'll be able to see our Rocket League team play, which is pretty awesome because they're kind of a killer team. But thank you guys for having me. It was a lot of fun.
Hell yeah, man. We had a blast
Hell
with
yeah.
you. What time on Sundays do the Rocket team play?
I have no idea.
Is it okay? Yeah, no problem, bro.
You just go wherever they tell you to go at that time.
Pretty much. Well, my professional form of communication is Discord messages. So
Nice. Us too. Hell yeah.
yeah.
Well, yeah, man. Thank you once again for joining us for episode 21 of When Worlds Collide. Everybody in chat, as you know, you can find us live here on Twitch. We're also available on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all that good stuff. And thank you, everyone, for making episode 21 a good one.
Yep.
Once again, John, thank you for being here.
Yep. Really appreciate it.
Appreciate
Yeah, of
y'all.
course. Thank you guys. Have a good one.
Absolutely.
You too, sir.